Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's get that over with. Today I guess I want to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to say sorry for not posting a video last week. Just got lost in homework, and I'm sure everybody knows, like, finals in college and master's programs really stink. I love my program. I don't love going to school, actually, that's a lie. But I love my program, and I love my professors, and we work really hard, and I got caught up in finals week, so that's where I was last week, doing homework. Anyway, moving forward, the next thing I want to talk about is energy and effort in the classroom. Personally, I've been struggling to get a certain amount of energy that I want in my classroom. I either get too much energy, where it's like, holy cow, you need to stop, all of you, no more sugar, no more coffee, or I get the energy of, or the lack of energy. It's like you don't get enough energy, and they're just like floppy and flimsy, and it's like, come on now, give me something, some sort of energy, like drink a coffee before you come to class. So I want to talk about how I motivate my students to become more energized and to enjoy class more and to walk into the class less tired, and how I calm my students down that have too much energy. So I have a lot of times my students will come into class and be like, Miss Christina, I'm tired. And I'll be like, I don't care. Quite frankly, I don't care. Or I'll be like, I need you to take a step out of the classroom. I need you to take a deep breath. I need you to clear your mind. I need you to come back over that threshold not thinking that, because if you come in with that energy, then I'm going to come in with that energy, and that's going to be the energy of our classroom, and that's not going to be productive. So why would you walk into my classroom saying that? So I actually did recently make one of my students walk out of the classroom and come back in and tell me something different. She walked in, she goes, Miss Christina, I'm so tired, like, just can't do it. I was like, what do you mean you can't do it? Like, you're fine. It's ballet class. Breathe. Okay? So I sent her out of the classroom, and I was like, I need you to come back in here and tell me something positive that happened today. So she walks out. She comes back in. She goes, Miss Christina, like, I did really good on my test. And I was like, wow, that's really good for you. Like, I'm really happy about it. I said, now channel that energy and let's put it into bar. Let's do some ballet. Like, let's do some pliés. So, and it actually wound up turning out being a really, really good class. Like, I think making her go out made her realize that the energy that she was bringing into my classroom was not what she wanted, and knew that she wasn't going to get anything out of her class if she did that. So that's one way that I handle it. Another way of handling it is being, like, very unsympathetic. I love my students. Sometimes tough love is good love. Sometimes they're like, Miss Christina, I'm tired. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything about it. So why would you bring that energy into the room? Why would you push that energy on somebody else, right? So if I walk in and say, I'm tired, well, like, now everybody knows that you're tired, so now everybody's going to act like they're tired. And that's not helpful to the energy in the room. So, like, sometimes I'll just be like, I don't care. You need to work hard. That's not going to change anything. Guess what? Ballet's still going to be ballet. A tendu is still going to be a tendu, and you're still going to do all of them. So, like, tough love works for me sometimes as well. I'm not saying in all cases I do that, but, like, it happens often. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, you're tired, well, that's fine. Like, take it easy. Be careful, right? The next thing is when I have students that have too much energy. Whoa. Too much energy. And I'm sure everybody has a child that walks into the room, they're like, Miss Christina, I love you, and you're like, child, stop. It's literally like, this person just goes and goes and goes. Sometimes, like, everybody has one of those students. They just, like, they're always Energizer Bunny, just always going. And I'm like, whew, deep breath. How do you channel that person's energy into you and make it dissipate, right? So what I do is ask that person to demonstrate. I ask that person to channel that energy into a specific part of the body, right? So for an example, not saying that this is true, just as an example, say one of my students that comes in really hyper, really, I guess, ate a lot of sugar that day, party in school, whatever, you know what I'm saying, comes in with all this energy, and you're like, whoa, was too much. And so I'll ask her, I'll be like, hey, can you really, I would really love it if you focused really hard on pointing your feet today, or if you focused really hard on engaging your abdominals today, and like, I really want you to do this, and like, it would be really cool if that's what you did. And then it gives that person that has all that energy something to focus that energy on, right? So she has all of this built up energy, and it will give her something to focus on. It's the same thing I just said. Now, those children with all that energy, sometimes that energy is like stolen from that person, and like the energy feeds in the room, and so next thing you know, you got all these kids with all this energy. And so sometimes I'll take a break from my class. I'll be like, all right guys, let's do some jumping jacks. We got all this energy, let's do it. Or like, we got all this energy, let's try something new. Okay, so like maybe I'm in my petite ballet class, and they're like, come in and they're all bouncing around, they're all crazy, and like, how like younger girls get with their sugar, and it was like all insane. I'm like, okay girls, so like, let's learn how to sew. Let's learn how to do a sew, or like, let's make a combo up, or like, let's do something that involves something new. So like, maybe we'll learn frappe today. Oh, maybe we'll do sautés at the bar. Maybe we'll work on tourgetés, And ballet is just one thing that I do, right? So I'm a dance teacher of all different kinds, right? So if this happens in a tap class, sometimes I'll just let them march across the room. Just slam their feet on the ground. Listen, as long as they're not doing it at home, the parents don't care. If you do it in my classroom, that's fine. You're supposed to do stuff like that, but when they go home marching around, their parents aren't happy that they're stamping their tap shoes. So like, let them do it in class, whatever. They got all this energy, might as well let them march around the room. When it comes to tap, I'm also a tap teacher. I'm also a contemporary teacher. Sometimes you just need to like tell people to calm down. Like, gather yourself. Come back. Get it together, right? I used to have a student. I don't know where she is. I wish I kept in touch with her. She was a student she's one of my first students. She literally was. When I was 15 or 16, I started teaching her. I don't know her last name, but her first name was Ava. She was a sweetheart. She was so cute. She was so young. She had very poor self-esteem, and she had a hard time getting over doing new movements. It's like you would throw a new movement at her, and she would get very upset with herself that she couldn't do it, and then she'd start crying. And so the way that I handled that situation is I said, Ava, I know this step is really hard. I know that it's something different, and I know that you want to get it, but this takes time, and things like this just don't happen overnight. And I would tell her, she would get very upset, she would cry. I would tell her, Ava, would you like to go to the bathroom, splash some water on your face, gather yourself, and come out when you're ready? And she'd be like, yeah. She would like tear-filled eyes come out and be like, yes, Miss Christina, like that's what I want to do. I'd be like, yes, Ava, that's a great idea. And so she'd go to the bathroom, and she'd come out, and she'd be fine. And this particular girl, I had her for years, and I really wish I knew where she was. She has to be out of high school by now. I don't know, but it's insane. She was so cute. And she, this would like be a weekly occurrence, and I'd be like, Ava, do you want to go to the bathroom and get yourself together and like calm yourself down and gather yourself? I like the term gather yourself instead of get yourself together, because telling somebody to gather themselves is a little softer, I guess, than telling them to get themselves together. Like get yourself together kind of sounds very harsh. I mean, to each their own. It is what it is. And I guess the last thing I want to do is one of my students suggested that I make a tutorial on how to make Miss Christina's perfect messy bun, because I didn't know that there was such a thing as a perfect messy bun, but apparently I have it. Didn't know, had no idea. So I guess that's what I'm going to show you now. And what I do is I take my hair, put it in a ball, I throw a rubber band around it, and give it a little squeeze, and then the messy bun's done, right? So you flip your hair up, you get it up in this nice little, I don't even know, side pony, top pony, back something, I don't really pay attention. And you get a hair tie, you loop it around, throw all your hair in there, you loop it around again, and you get it in there a third time, and then Miss Christina's perfect messy bun, apparently. Feel free to try it at home. It's a lot easier than you think. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. Please share your tips and comments. What do you do when a student comes in with too much energy? What do you do when a student comes in with not enough energy? Like, what do you do when a student gets upset in your class? Like, give me some of your tips and tricks. Like, this is what we're here for. Like, I'll give you mine, you give me yours. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Like, it's all well and fine. So, wow. That sounded really stupid at the end of this. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and you have a nice night. Bye.